Welcome back to the farm. What you're seeing here took nearly a month of real world time to pull off. Over 3,000 acres planted, 21 out of 24 crops in the ground. The plan? Total crop diversification. Feeding factories to turn harvest into high value products and push profits higher than ever. Will it work? Yes, if I have time. Because every month the bank takes $602,000 in interest, and in December, a $12 million balloon payment. One missed payment, and it's game over. It's only April, but can I grow it, harvest it, process it, all before December comes calling? It is the middle, it's still the beginning of April. However, I have quite a few things done in this month already. Let's go ahead and let's pull up a map of the farm so far. So these are all the fields that I have planted already. Some of them I planted in March and have been fertilized with their first growth state. Some of these I have planted here in April. Unfortunately, I have lost that footage. And so that kind of bums me out because that has actually taken a long time to get done. Getting everything to this point has literally taken me a month's worth of work. But they are done, they are planted, they are growing, and so now it's a waiting game. I have got these crops here that still need to be planted, but those are after the summer. These get planted in September, and right now it is April, so unfortunately I believe these are gonna go empty for the summer. However, I could put oilseed radish on them and get them planted with oilseed. So I've had a change of plan. I think I'm going to plant oilseed radish on on these here, and you can come along with me, show you how I do that. So the thing I'm going to do is I am going to jump right in to my tractors over here, and I'm going to start spreading some manure and some lime. Back up to my manure spreader here. Jump out of the tractor, come around here behind. There we go. We'll hook up the trailer first. Then we're going to hook up the drive line. And then hook up the hydraulics. There we go. Alright, and then I am going to send him to the sunflower field. I'm going to send him to the sunflower field. And while he is going there, I am going to start up my next tractor, which I'm going to hook up to my lime trailer. Okay, so he has arrived to the sunflower field, but I'm going to move him over here to the small wheat field. There we go. I want to take a look at something here. We'll bring up auto drive. There we go. All right, and I want to change this from a one-way to a two-way. There we go. Change that to a two-way. There we go. Just like so. I'm going to back the tractor up a little bit. Connect it to the road. Give a little bit of a... Give it a little bit of an arc here. There we go. And then I need to label this still. Okay. There we go. There we go. Okay. Now I'm going to switch off auto drive. I'm going to switch on course play. All right. Let's create a course for course play. There is my field layout. Okay, check my tractor settings. Raise tool late, lower tools early. That's exactly what I want. Alright, this is just going to be one tool this time around. 0 field margin, number of headlands. We'll go 1. Number of round corners, 0. Alright, so everything looks good there. Let's generate our course. There we go. Alright, we'll come over here. We're going to create a new folder. We'll call it our wheat field. And then field, what, I don't know, field 2, manure underscore lime. There we go. There we go. First waypoint. Field 2 and set them off. Looks like he's getting set up. He's gonna start here. There he goes. And he's gonna start spreading my manure. While this worker is getting my manure set up, I can actually come over here to my lime tractor. Now I can either put my lime tractor to work on the same field, just have him follow right behind, or I can put him to work over here on the other field and get him started on that one. I think I'll get him started on this other one over here. All right. And then I will set him off. And then he's going to get started with that. There we go. While those two are going on manure and lime on my wheat field, I'm going to jump back here to the farm, and I am going to check out a couple things here on the farm. First thing I want to check out is I want to see how my honey is doing. And it looks like I've got a pallet going, but it's not full yet, so it's not time to put him away yet. Behind him, I've got the chicken barn. I want to get my animals going, and I would like to get these barns operating, but I'm waiting for crops to come in because I don't want to buy a bunch of wheat to be able to get the chickens going, because I'm already so massively in debt. I have $118 million in debt, and I want to start repaying that off, but I don't want to go deeper in debt in order to start paying it off. That doesn't quite make sense, you know? And so I'm leery about buying things like grass, hay, silage, buying all of that and getting these barns going, because that just pushes me further into debt. But they're not doing me any good just sitting here either. So I'm torn. I don't know exactly what to do with that. The dilemma is the same for my greenhouses, where my greenhouses, they are set up, they are ready to go, but they need fertilizer, they need manure, they need seeds, they need other things to be able to get these things up and running. And I can buy all of that in order to get these going. However, do I really want to buy everything? I can't make money until these things are going. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and buy some things in order to get these guys going, because they're not doing me any good just sitting here empty. Alright, so I guess I'm gonna have to do that. So while those two tractors are running the fields, I'm going to jump in this tractor here. I will connect up to a trailer, and I will start filling up those things with the needed items. Come over here, hook up to my trailer. He's physically connected, however, I should be able to hook up my hydraulics. There we go. Okay. Let's fill this up with manure now. And I'm going to have to take out another loan from the bank in order to get this going. Alright, that should be enough manure. So let's go ahead, come back down here, and we will start getting all of our greenhouses filled up. There we go. There we go. Now let's send him back home to the farm. While he's headed to the farm, let's double check on my other tractors. See how they're doing. He looks like he's getting ready to be done. He may be on the headlands now. Once he's done with that, I'll move him to the other field and get him going. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stacks of pallets. I'm going to put my tractor away. Nice. Alright, so this is going to work out. Nice. Okay, so let's finish loading these up. Get a little bit closer to them over here. There we go. And now with that last little bit, this should be all full. I'm gonna check here real quick. Yep, it is all full. So with that, that means all of my greenhouses are completely full with fertilizer, with seeds, with pallets, with everything it needs to be able to get these going. So I'm going to start these up tonight. But right now, let's put away the trailer. I'm going to get all of these greenhouses started and going, but because it's a boring process, I won't show the process of getting each one started or activated. And then I am going to get a sleep for tonight because it's getting dark, and dark footage doesn't make for good gaming. So I'm going to get that all done and taken care of. And then I will bring you back here in the morning. And then I will wake up at 6 a.m. the next morning. Oh, what do we got going on this morning? Oh, looks like another hailstorm going. Got some hailstones coming down. Can't let that stop me. Clear the course. Okay. Double check all my settings. They should be fine. Wait, early. Multiple tools, 1. Number of headlands, 1. No round corners. Okay. Generate course. There we go. Our course is all set. So let's first create a folder. Barley field. And then save course. Manure underscore lime. There we go. And we're going to set first waypoint and set them off. While I am waiting for him to get 1 or 2 rows in, I'm going to jump back to these smaller tractors here, and I'm going to get the rock picker going. And then I am going to send these guys to the small wheat field first. Okay. So now let's move him into the field. And then we'll set his course play up. We're going to clear that. And then first waypoint, he's going to be on the left. There we go. Now I'm going to check to see if my other guy is there. He is. I'm going to clear his feed, clear his program. And then I'm going to load the one we just made. There we go. I'm going to put him on the right side, first waypoint. There we go. First waypoint, left side. Now we'll see if this works. I know the program works, the rock picking left, rock picking right. Normally my computer can only handle 3 tractors going at a time. I'm gonna see if maybe it'll be okay with 4 going on just 2 different fields. That's a far enough head start. We'll get him going now. Now, so far so good, because if my computer was going to have an issue, I'd be lagging like you would not believe right now. So far, it looks like I have just a little bit of lag, but not too much. It's enough that I can suffer with it. So it looks like this will be okay. Now that I've got those going, I've got my rock pickers going, manure and lime spreaders going. I'm going to jump back here to the farm, and then I'm going to get all the feed from my mixer station, the pig feed station, and the cow feed station. I'm also going to have to buy some wheat and sorghum from the store to be able to feed my chickens, but I'm going to get all my animals fed. And I'm going to get all of my barns and everything stocked with food so that I can look at buying some animals this afternoon. You can really start to see my game lagging at this point. I'm still going to muscle through it, but you can see what having so many workers all at once does to my computer. As soon as I can get my channel monetized. Speaking of which, If you like what you're seeing, and you can subscribe to help me out. As soon as I can get monetized, I plan on upgrading my computer, so hopefully I won't have this lag anymore. I don't have enough food, enough total mixed ration to be able to fill both barns. So I'm going to have to split what I do have in half, put half in this one and half in my other barn. Now that I have all the barns filled with the available amount of food that I have, I'm going to start with buying some chickens. Um, I have a grand total of 3,000 chickens that I can get. So I'm going to buy quite a few to be able to start me off, just to be able to get eggs going as well as a good amount of breeding going so I can get my barns completely full. So I'm going to start off with 150 adult chickens or 6-month-old chickens. And then I'm going to get 250 of the 0 to 1 month chickens and a couple of roosters just to make it lively. As for cows, I'm going to do the same thing. I'll get a few adult cows or of breeding age cows, cows that can be able to start getting me some milk, and then I'll double that amount with younger cows to be able to start my process off. I think I'm going to go with 20, 40 total of the 6-month cows and 20 total of the 18-month cows. And then I'll duplicate that same number in my second barn, just like I did with the chickens. As for pigs, 825 total available. That's a lot of pigs, so I'm gonna go with a good fair amount of little piglets. Um, Good large ones. I think I'll get 50 of each. And last of all is sheep. I'm going to be getting a mixture of older sheep, of puberty age, and then the younger sheep as well. I'm not going to go too young. I'm going to stick to the two older ones. I'll get a good, fair selection of them for wool, and then I'll grab a couple of coats as well for milk. I do have a horse stall, but I'm not going to buy any horses yet. I'm primarily just looking to get sheep, chickens, cows, those things going right now, because those things I can start making a profit on right away with milk, with wool, with eggs. I can start feeding factories to try and be able to get some products going before that December deadline comes. Later, when I have more money available and I'm not taking loans, then I'm going to start buying horses, training them, selling them, and start getting a profit with horses that way. He is finished with picking up rocks. So let's move him to the larger wheat field. And we'll get him started with the rocks on that one as well. First waypoint on the left. Start. And then this guy will clear his course. And then we'll load the new course. There we go. He's going to start on the right. First waypoint. There we go. And that is the end of the barley field. So now I'm going to move this guy over to my canola field. The canola fields is the last field to do. I've got my tractor headed to the canola field. The canola field is going to be the last field I have to plant. My wheat field, my barley field, and my canola field are getting planted with oilseed radish. What that's going to do is that's going to give me a cover crop. That's going to help prep the fields for when I actually go to plant crops on them. It's going to give this field a boost when I go and mulch everything under. Another thing that this is going to do for me is it's going to give me a crop rotation bonus for my policies. So it's going to give me a little bit of crop rotation information here, and that's going to help boost up that score as well. That's why I'm going to be planting that on these fields. Okay, now let's load the course that we need. Set him off in first waypoint. And we'll let him go. Now let's double check his companion. Seems to be going okay. He is coming to the end of his program, the end of his course. He's more than 3/4 of the way full. So I'm going to send him to the cement factory and empty out the rock crusher or the rock collector. Okay, I want to turn these into a two-way so people can come and go through here.
back him up a little bit. There we go. That's all I'm gonna do for now. That's got a few things labeled for now. I can label more at another point. But for now, I'm gonna come over here. Gonna dump my stones. He's getting close. Let's follow him, see if my road work is done well. So far, so good. All right. That's real good, real good. Okay, so let's dump these rocks here. And then I'm going to send these guys to the barley field. There we go. To the barley field with you. Okay, there we go. I'm going to check out my cement factory. No. There it is. Okay, so what do we got? We have stones. What are our major recipes? So cement brick is just stones. Cement bag is just stones. So it's all just stones. That'll make it all. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start production on all of them then. There we go. There we go. And there we go. You know, I guess I could look and do a little bit of strategizing, however you want to say it. Come down here and take a look at these here. So castle stones, I don't have those. Selling just over 2,000. Cement brick, a little bit more than that. What about cement bag? Is that back up here? Yeah, cement bags. They're at 1,000. I would do better to make more cement brick and forget cement bags, because that would stretch my rock dollar value better. And then roof shingles. Let's check out those. Roof plate. Those are about the same cost as So if I really want to stretch my buck, I deactivate this and just leave these two going, because these two are the two highest ones. And they're running. Okay. So I'm going to do that. I will put more rock into these. I won't worry about the cement bag. And we'll go from there. Okay, so they are here at my barley. Let's get these guys doing rock collecting on my barley field.
My 2 rock pickers are completed with the barley field. I now have them here at the cement factory, where I am going to empty out the stones and put those stones into production. And then I will send these 2 to the canola field. My 2 tractors are done spreading manure and lime. I have washed them, performed maintenance on them, and put them away. Now I'm going to take this tractor here and I'm going to connect it to my small seeder. I'm going to choose my small seeder because I'm going to plant the small wheat field first, and the large seeder just doesn't do well on that small of a field. It gets tied up when it tries to turn corners and all of that. So I'm just going to go ahead and connect up my small seeder, use that, and start planting that small wheat field.
All right, gonna go to the first. There we go. Oh, before we set off, we need to enable direct drilling. There we go. Okay, now we are all set. So I have the course all laid out. We're going to start him off at the first waypoint, field 2, large cedar, and he is planting. Got to set up our planter to the right seed, because we're going to plant oil seed radish. There we go. Double check just to make sure. Still have direct drill. Good to go there. All right. So we are going to set him off. He is on the final home stretch of planting the oilseed radish for this field. He's got just a little bit more left to go on this leg of the field. As you can see there, he's almost done. Once he is finished with this field, I'm going to move him to the adjacent field and get him started on that. He is completed. So this field and my wheat field, both the barley and the wheat field, should be done now. Yep. Those look good. Now I've just got this one field left, so let's bring him down here to the canola field and let's get him started. And then that should be the last field that I have to plant this season. That looks really good. So we're going to save this one. This is our canola field. Large cedar. There we go. First waypoint. There we go. Set him off. Good morning. It is a couple days later. It is now April 12th. I have everything planted. So let's go up here and take a look. So I have got oilseed radish planted on my unused fields right now. My wheat field, my barley field, my canola field. Those will be planted later in the fall. But for now, everything is planted. Everything is looking good. So my task now is to get the money that I need to be able to pay the bank interest. $602,000 is what is necessary. I'm well short of that, but I have a plan. Behind me, I have my grove of trees, fully grown. They are all set and all ready to be harvested. So I'm going to start harvesting trees. I will sell some of them, and then I will take some of them to my sawmill to be able to start producing planks and lumber. I won't be able to get any planks and lumber finished and completed before the $602,000 is due. So I'm just going to sell some raw trees to be able to cover that expense. But I also want to get my production set up at the same time. So I'm going to start harvesting. My plan is that I want to cut down a few trees all the way down the grove. So I'm going to start with like 5 or 6 trees over and then just that amount all the way down. And I want to see how much I'm going to be able to get with that. The reason why I'm not going to just start cutting willy-nilly is because I actually want to try to save as many trees as I can and parse them out throughout the year. And then I'll replant once I've got all the trees cut down. Once I get used to the controls, it's easy to be able to get into a rhythm and just be able to go. I'm sorting out the 15-meter logs on one side and then the shorter end cuts on the other side. I will sell the 15-meter logs to the wood mill and get my money from that, and then the end cuts I'll take to my own sawmill and use those to make planks and timbers and things of that sort.
I'm coming down to the last few trees, which is nice because it has been forever. This is actually taking me 2 whole days to be able to get to the end of this row. I've had to play late into the night, stop, start up the next morning, and keep on going. So I'm very relieved to get here to the end. And once I get all these trees cut down, then I will collect them up with the truck. I'll transport them to the log mill, and let's see if I make my 600,000. All my logs are cashed in. I now have $444,246, which is a little short of the $600,000 goal, but I have a plan for that as well. So my solid fertilizer, I've got quite a bit of that. I'm going to sell a little bit of it off in order to get that $600,000 point that I need, and I'll be good to go. With the sale of that little bit of fertilizer, I am now over the $600,000 mark. I am going to make my payment to the bank. So that is my loan interest paid off for April. I am good to go. And thank you for watching this video. I have gotten all my fields planted. I've got all the crops in place. I got the payment to the bank made. So I was able to complete my goals. If you liked what you saw, please hit that subscribe button. That really helps out my brand new channel. Helps me start to grow. If you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up as well. Again, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.